Start of day 101. Packed up here at the deli. Didn't take too long to pack up because I hadn't unpacked too much. Going to the deli for breakfast, Tony's Deli in Pauling, New York. It's 7:39, so I'm going to go in here and get something to eat. Hit the trail. Today's goal 10 to campsite in Connecticut. So I will be in Connecticut, which would be another state down. So 10 miles is 5 miles of hiking, and I had another hour break, or hour and a half of breaks, or maybe 2 hours of breaks. So that would get me camp about 5:30, 6:30 this evening. So that's kind of what the day plans. It was really well, you can't see it, but it was really foggy last night. So everything is damp, which makes it. It probably doesn't make it that much heavier, but it does make it a little heavier. We're kind of in this time of the year here in New York where it's pretty warm in the day and then it gets pretty chilly at night, so the moisture is condensing out. So that's where we're at today. Again, the big event is crossing into Connecticut. There are some climbs today. They look like they're long and gradual though, so I think we'll be all right. Just keep on putting one foot in front of the other. My day starts today with a 0.6 mile road walk to get back to the trail. Hiked off trail to stay at Tony's Deli last night and do a little resupply. So I get to walk back the other way. Pretty level flat, so it's not terribly challenging. So I understand that right off I have kind of a long gradual climb for a while. Looks like there's plenty of water source for today, and my choices are either 10 miles or 15 miles. I'm guessing 10 miles is where I'm going to land. 15 seems like an awful lot, and so we'll just see how I feel. Yesterday I felt a little tired from pushing the day before to 12, and only did 8, so I guess I'm primed. If I can if I can start tipping my average up a little bit, that would be great. But I haven't been back on the trail. This will be the 6th day, and I don't want to push it. It takes a little while for your body to adjust. It's 11:18. I've traveled 5 miles of the 10.4 today, so basically halfway. The trail has been pretty gentle. There was about 1,000-foot climb to start, but it was switchbacked and generally easy elevation gain. And now just kind of having these little ups and downs, alternating kind of overgrown trail, which are berry vines and blueberry bushes, and walking in the trees. Just stopped back there and filtered some more water. Hopefully that'll carry us the 5 miles. I've been really thirsty this morning. I think it has to do with eating a deli sandwich this morning that had a lot of salt in it. Not feeling overly energetic today, but I'm not feeling bad either. So just gonna keep rolling it on down the trail. It is beautiful. Currently the temperature here under the canopy is 80, which means I'm sweating, but it's not 92. This is so much better to have, 80s or you can deal with. There's a very, 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 very slight chance that when I get to the 10-mile mark, depending on when I get there, that I'll take a break and decide I can do another 5. I doubt it. I don't think so, but anyway, here's another dried up water source, but there's been adequate water. So I think the next stretch from where I plan to camp tonight is a little bit more challenging for water. So I may have to start out with more to carry, or just do it a little less till I get to camp. Not quite sure what that plan's going to be. But northern New York is kind of redeeming southern New York. A very nice trail. Met some really nice people along the way. I had a couple of conversations at the deli this morning. I think they were God's reminder to me. Everybody kept saying, enjoy the trail. So sometimes it's hard to lose sight of the enjoy because of the work. It's still work, but there is time to enjoy. I've had especially a good time with the Lord today, just talking with him. Sometimes maybe that's, I find in my life sometimes when I'm tired that I'm better able to hear God's voice. I think it goes the other way too, that the enemy can attack us when we're tired, but this morning it's worked the other way. And so God is good. He is faithful. He has watched over me so well in this hike. Talk to people and hear the things that they've had going on and fallen, and haven't had that. There have been times I've slipped, but I just feel like the Lord's really been protecting me. So I'm so grateful for that. So grateful for that. And it is such a exceptional opportunity to hike this trail, meet so many people, see so much of the country. It's also an opportunity to trust and know that the Lord's got my back. I think so many people think that God's up there, gives us a situation, and then if we mess up, he's ready to pounce on us and gives a hard time. That's not God. That's the devil trying to bring you down. So today, I choose to be thankful. I'm thankful for this trail, for the opportunity to be on it, for the opportunity to meet and talk with people and have their lives touch mine, and maybe mine touch theirs in some way. And so God is good, and what he purposes to do in us, if we cooperate, is amazing. So stand on that today. I'm standing on it. I believe the Lord's called me to this trail. I believe he said that he will do it through me. There are days when I look and I just don't see it's any way possible, but with God all things are possible. So yeah, that's one of my random musings for today. I could give you more trail video, but it looks a whole lot the same. I'm walking through the woods. This morning, you'll see in the photos at the end of the video, this morning I had a field walk of a fair size up out of Pauling. Walked through a number of fields and climbed over some fence stiles till we finally got back in the woods, and that was really pretty. It's very muggy today because, well, at least to start the day, it was very foggy. got very foggy. It got pretty chilly last night, and fog really rolled in and coated everything. It was dripping off the tree leaves onto my hammock bug net this morning, and I was wondering, what is this? And so that mugginess is kind of stuck around here. It hasn't all burned off, and so it's been somewhat of a sweat-inducing day, but it's still, when I stop, I'm able to cool down, and it hasn't been terribly strenuous, so that's been great. So thanks for coming along with me on day 101, listening to the things I have to say, enjoying the pictures with me, encouraging me. I tell folks that making the videos are kind of a sanity check at the end of the day for me. It's just kind of a nice thing for me to be able to do when I get to camp. I'm all tired and I don't have a lot to do besides set up camp and get my legs back. Making the videos kind of nice to go back and relive the moments, and to know that you all are enjoying them. It's a big boost. It's one of the reasons I wanted to do it in the first place, because I thought it would hold me accountable to keep going in a way. So thanks for being there. Beautiful stream. I think this is New Caledonia Brook or something. If you pan around over here, they said that a bridge has been out since 2023. That looks like the remains of it. And here's a temporary fix. When the water's low, they recommend when the water's high going around, but you can see this yellow rope here, that if you're going to wait it when it was deep, you can hang on to the rope as you cross. So anyway, kind of cool. It's a beautiful stream, and I don't know if they talk about it, but just right up the bank, it was a beautiful campsite too. And I don't know. I don't need any water, or I'd filter water here. A great water source as well. So I'm getting close to my noon break. I don't know. Maybe this would be the best. Maybe I should just pull up here and take myself a long break. It's nice to sit by a stream and listen to the water run. Came down the backside of the first big climb in Connecticut, and the whole ecosystem has just kind of changed. It's hemlocks and I don't know, just different. The big boulders. It's kind of ruggedly beautiful. So I'm not too far from where I think I'm going to spend the night tonight. That mild descent, it made my feet tired. So best case scenario is I'll stop for a little while and rest, and then decide whether to move on. It's pretty early in the afternoon, but my legs are tired and my feet are tired, and so not sure I feel like pushing on. Not sure I ever feel like pushing on, but I don't want to first week back, give myself a little grace here. So we should have some opportunities to see the Housatonic River. We were close to it just a little bit ago, but there just wasn't any good way to take any photos. But the trail, I think, actually crosses it. Got to be on a bridge, and there's the campsite. So we're just wandering down the trail. It's about 3:15, and it's 79 degrees. So the temperature is actually going down a little bit. It was like 81 or 82. So it's nice to kind of have a little moderation of the temperature. But I'll just let you see some of what I'm seeing, because it's really wildly beautiful. So I'm going to get water. I'm going to stay at the campsite I got to tonight. I was just tired. sit in my hammock, listen to some good teaching, and now I'm going to get water, and to do that I have to cross over the river. The water is about 1/10 of a mile this way, but I can show you the river. It's the stream and the river. There's two rivers, I guess, that come together here. There we have it. It's gorgeous. It's been a beautiful day. I was hiking beside this stream that comes down and feeds into the two join. Don't know what all the names are. I'll get them wrong if I say what they are, but it's really pretty. Connecticut has been pretty, if not it had some real nice trail and some a little more rugged trail. But so I'm gonna, now that I've taken a little break and rested, I'm going to get water, gonna make supper, gonna put up my tarp. Gonna do that tonight because I think it might get foggy again and it might save me from getting some things wet. Gonna do a little, need to put a little medication on my feet, and plan the day tomorrow. I kind of have the day planned tomorrow. I'm gonna hike to another shelter campsite in Connecticut. It's just outside of Kent, and I think I'm going to spend the night there unless I get there early, and then I need to get into Kent. Either I'm going to walk or might even try to hitch, walk or hitch into Kent and get my resupply and then head up the trail. If I do it the same day, I will stay at the shelter. If I don't do it the same day, I will go in the next day and resupply and then go up the trail. And as we speak, here's our water source. You may say, well, why didn't you just get water out of the river? Because there's a big river there, and actually the campsites are really kind of beside the river. There was a ridge runner there, and they said that the river is full of heavy metals and PCBs that'll give you cancer. So that's why they're not telling people. That's why they're not telling people to drink the water. And you know, I'm not sure that one exposure would do that to you, but I'm gonna play it safe. How's that? I'm gonna play it safe here. And I'm gonna get myself some water, and I may see you back at the campsite for a wrap-up of day 101. Let me show you one of my most used pieces of equipment. It's a cut-off water bottle, and what I use it for is if I have a shallow stream or whatever where I need to get water, I scoop water out of that in the bag that I start my filtering with. And it weighs almost nothing, and I probably use it every day. Otherwise, you're trying to dip bottles in there and get the water to glub in there. This I'm sure there are more elegant solutions, but this is free, cheap, and effective. This is my campsite for the evening, day 101. I think you can probably hear it in the background. I'm camped by the river, just a stone's throw down there. Got the built-in sound machine for going to sleep tonight. I am gonna pitch my tarp because I think it's gonna get foggy again tonight, and I don't want stuff getting all drippy like it did last night. I've got my dinner in the oven down here, and I'm gonna start a cold soak for my breakfast tomorrow. I've got some oatmeal. I'm gonna start a cold soak, so all I have to do is get up and eat it. That's kind of nice. It saves fuel, and on these days, well, it'll be chilly in the morning, but it's still, I've enjoyed cold soaking. It just it's just a lot easier. So going to do that tonight, and going to put together a video. I just got off the phone with my friend Creek. He's about 3 days behind me at his speed at 15 miles a day. We talked about resupply a little bit. It's going to be so good to connect with him, and hopefully my body will be up to cruising speed and I can keep up with him as we go through Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, and get to the whites. So keep taking you along with me. I just you know, it's just like so many things in life, you're just dependent on the grace of God, and it's a miracle. Everything is a miracle. You know, it's a miracle. I'm here in Connecticut. It's a miracle. It's been hard work and perseverance, but I'm learning so many things, and met so many cool people. And this Housatonic River view here in Connecticut is just gorgeous, just gorgeous. So I have a notion that the trail immediately takes off uphill and goes away from the river. So I don't get to enjoy it too much but tonight. But that's the wrap up of 101, day 101, 10 mile day. The train really wasn't too bad except for this first climb in Connecticut. It wasn't really that hard. I mean, I guess I had 3 real climbs today, but it's not the climbing that bothers me so much, it's the coming down. The downhills are just hard on my knees and feet, but I made it, and I'm gonna hike a day tomorrow that'll set me close up for resupply, which I talked about earlier. So I'm gonna throw some photos up here. It's been really gorgeous today, and it almost feels like fall's coming, even though it's only August or whatever. A lot of the people I talked to in New York said, well, the weather that they had last week, which I got in on a little bit of it with these high 90s or mid 90s, they said this is just terribly uncharacteristic for the season. So it looks like, I looked at the weather forecast for the next week, it's just going to be it looks like it's going to hover around 73 to 82 during the day and drop down into the 60s at night or 50s at night, which is wonderful sleeping weather. And if you get up and knock out some miles in the morning, you get to hike when it's cool. So pretty good hiking weather all in all. So enjoying it. I'm sharing the campsite here with a couple other people tonight. There is 2 tents set up. You can see them. The one fella here is a ridge runner, which he's paid to come and do trail maintenance and kind of check on people. And the other tent down there are some people I was leapfrogging with today, just back and forth and back and forth. I thought maybe they would cruise on past me because that's what people do, but they're here at the same campsite tonight. It's called the 10 Mile Campsite. There's also a shelter here, but I'm going to stay in the campsite. So I'll keep taking you with me.